We joined now by the one and only, ladies and gentlemen, a man who needs no introduction, Tristan Thompson. It's been too long, my brother.
Yes.
So, Tristan, you get us started, bro. Do you agree with Vince Carter here?
All respect to VC, you know, he's the OG, you know, he's Eric Canavan's Sandy. I get what he's saying.
Bill pop to tear right now, Tristan.
No, I get Vince. I get what Vince is saying. You know, yes, Kawhi, Robert Horry, John Sally, you know, the three guys who win championships with three different teams, but obviously Kawhi is in a whole different, you know, level compared to, you know, Big Shot Bob and John Sally. So I get what he's saying. I think out of respect to 23 LeBron and Kawhi, I think it's too soon to do that comparison and say that, you know, he's just as good as LeBron. And this is my reason because, you know, Marcellus, Acho, you guys already know. You know in the locker room, sometimes guys are the OG and sometimes you just, it's like Jay-Z and Drake. Sometimes you just don't argue about it just because it's just too much different era. It's too much years in between. So for me, as a current player, I'd be like, you know, LeBron's year 17, Kawhi's year 9. You know, out of respect for LeBron and what he's done in this league, I would say, you know, he has a bigger resume. But for Kawhi, in year 9, he's got a lot of potential. So you don't know. They both can win more championships. But I think as of right now, today, in August, I would say it's a little too early for that, just out of respect for both players.
Tristan, you so kind, bro. This is how you know Tristan just now starting to do media because he's still being nice. let me say what Tristan wanted to say. Heck no. No, Vince Carter ain't putting Kawhi in the GOAT conversation. No. Vince Carter, he tripping on this one. And let me tell you why. You know, a coach told me once, he said, you got to be consistently good to be great. Well, you got to be consistently great to be excellent. You got to be consistently excellent to be a GOAT. And Kawhi just hasn't been in the conversation long enough. Like Tristan just said, Kawhi been playing for 9 years. Kawhi came in the league, what was it, 2011, 2012. You know, the first year of LeBron's 8 straight championship run, going to 8 straight championships, Kawhi just doesn't have a big enough body of work. To Tristan's point, it's not to say Kawhi can't get there, but let's keep facts, and let's be real with what needs to be real. Kawhi's never won an NBA MVP. He ain't never won an MVP. Kawhi's never been the best player in the league for one season. And y'all want to make him the best player of all time or put him in the conversation for best of all time? You got to be the best for just one season first. LeBron, multiple chips plus multiple MVPs. Kobe, multiple chips, MVPs. Kareem, multiple chips. Magic. So let's just have a real conversation because this ain't even a serious conversation. Marcellus, don't go saying nothing crazy, bruh, because I know you the type to start talking records.
Oh, y'all want me to add, don't say nothing crazy? Let me say this right now.
Oh,
man.
You the type.
I would put my Clippers mask on, but I don't want to rob y'all of this logic right here. Look, we should have expected that out of you, Tristan, man. That Toronto...
That education?
Those facts? That citizenship, man. He got to represent Toronto to the fullest. Look, that was a franchise that never, ever saw the finals until Kawhi came there. Not only saw the finals, they won it all. So I understand where you're coming from, but Vince Carter out here tripping in these streets. Look, I know he just retired, and maybe he having second thoughts, and maybe Kawhi can hook him up on the Clippers. I don't know where this is coming from because this is blasphemous on many levels, and I'm a Kawhi Leonard fan. Y'all already know. One, he said, you know the three, as he was talking about the GOATs. 3 GOATs, first of all. Greatest of all time, doesn't have plural, so it should be only one. But there's 3, MJ, LeBron, and Kobe. Where is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar if we really just going to be extending this to the 3? And Kareem should certainly be in there. I digress. Now let's also talk about the fact that there's too much explanation needed when you mention Kawhi Leonard's name.
That's a bar, Marcellus.
With MJ, LeBron, and the GOAT. Y'all ever go to somebody's house, probably like Tristan or some of his friends, you know, them real fancy houses, them nice houses, and you walk in there, and you just walking in like, nice house. You ain't got much detail to it. You just, this is sick. This is fresh. And then they stop you in your tracks. They say, no. You see that rug right there? Oh, that's a goblika. And I'm like, oh, no, I just thought it was cute. And then they're like, oh, do you see that?
Like that.
And did you see that art over there? That's a goblika. And you're like, oh, I just thought it was a painting. All right, cool. You could have got that off Crenshaw if you would have really. Anyway, here's the point. When you have to explain so much about something, maybe it ain't as great and valuable as you think. So when I hear Kawhi Leonard's name on this echelon, on this level, it takes a little too much explanation for my own liking.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's just, we all know Kawhi got the potential. Yes, if Kawhi can win with the Clippers this year and run off maybe 2 more championships, and let's say LeBron wins another championship with the Lakers, and they're both retired, yeah, we can have this conversation. But as of right now, especially as a ball player, you guys know, like, everyone's situation is different. You know, LeBron, when, you know, in high school, getting picked the chosen one, SI cover, first high school player on national TV versus Melo against Oak Hill, national TV game, Kobe, all those guys are talking about it, getting interviewed, you know, the late, great Kobe. Everyone, that LeBron has been hyped and talked about and been pumped through our media circuit since he's been a junior. You know, Kawhi, kid from Inland Empire, went to a mid-major school, gets drafted 15 to the Spurs, and I'm in the same draft, and when I saw him get drafted to the Spurs, I'm like, man, that's probably one of the best situations in the draft.
Right,
Getting drafted high, being part of just Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Greg Popovich, just given the opportunity where he can learn to be a pro and be in a championship bust mentality situation. That's something that LeBron didn't have the luxury. You know, LeBron could have went number 2 like Darko Milicic and sat on the bench with Detroit and won the championship that year when Darko won, but he was in a situation in Cleveland with Ricky Davis and Darius Miles where there was no winning culture there, so he had to form that, and obviously he fell short the first time in Cleveland where he had to go to Miami. So everyone's route to becoming a champion was different, but I think with Vince, it's a little too early, Vince. I know you just retired and stuff, but you know, just gotta wait a little bit. Let's just wait a little bit.
The thing is, Kawhi, it's not even Kawhi's fault.
Right.
Kawhi's just disqualified from the conversation right now. Like, and it's not because he hasn't yet retired, because then that would make LeBron disqualified from the conversation. He just hasn't put in enough work to be in the greatest of all-time conversation. You talk about a guy like the late, great Kobe. You're talking about a guy who played 20 seasons, gave you about 15, 16 good seasons, gave you several chips. You talk about a guy like LeBron, going on 17, about to push to 18 seasons after this one done. He don't look like he's slowing down no time soon. You talk about Jordan, came, left, came back, still going. You talk about a guy like Kareem, who Marcellus said. It's like, you can't put Kawhi. Honestly, these are the kind of conversations that get you hot, Tristan. If you start thinking about it too long, these are the kind of conversations that make you go, come on, bro.
Barbershop talks.
That's barbershop talk, but it's that crazy talk. This that one barber who say he cutting the head and he like, hey, y'all think Kawhi won the greatest of all time? And everybody's looking at him like, shut up, bro. Like,
that's how you walk out looking like this.
Just worry about my fade. Just worry about lining me up and getting this paper right because you're talking crazy.
Hey, man, look, this is not a shot at Kawhi Leonard, but
it's not.
One of my attributes is no matter who you are, I'm going to tell you what I think. And a lot of times I find myself in trouble because on group text with my family, my friends, even my wife, they expect to be protected because of who they are to me and kinship. And I'm like, nah, these facts don't discriminate. They come at you as well. Kawhi is not even a career 20-point scorer per year. Like, he's not that guy. He is the most improved player maybe in NBA history from hello to right now in terms of how much his game has grown. Remember, he was almost one-dimensional when he came out in terms of just being a defensive presence, and he's just been adding to his arsenal offensively year after year. And now he seems like a magnet to championships. With that said, the conversation we're having about MJ, LeBron, Kobe, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, they don't invite Kawhi to that conversation just yet.
Year 9, Marcellus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's too early.
He's still a young pup. He's still young. It's too early, but we all know Kawhi's potential. He could definitely potentially be a career 20-point per game scorer, and if he wins a couple more chips, he could definitely join first class with the GOATs. So he's definitely got a chance. It's there because I see you with your mask face on, your face mask, whatever they call it. So I know you believe in him.
Yeah, they got to know I rap.
But like Tristan said, Kawhi got that potential. But all potential is having or showing the capacity to achieve more. Kawhi, continue to achieve more, you're going to be in that GOAT conversation.